Founded in 1920, Grand Rapids Christian Schools provides high-quality, faith-based education to over 2,200 students ages 3 through 12th grade. This is our high school campus, grades 9 through 12, one of 5 campuses, and is the home of approximately 800 students and 50 faculty and staff. As you come in the main entrance, you find yourself in the center of our high school. We call this space the town square. Typically, this space is full of students. From here, there are a number of hallways accessing classrooms, offices, support spaces, sports facilities, and our auditorium and music rooms. Our school counselors provide social and emotional support to students, as well as helping coach them about their academic choices and schedules and throughout the university search and application process. Our international student program provides this personalized support to each of our students. Students arrive at school each day a bit before 8 a.m., and classes end just before 3, with many students staying after school for tutoring, sports, clubs, and other extracurricular activities. During the time your student is enrolled at Grand Rapids Christian High School, we get to know him or her very well. Our partnership with parents in preparing each student for success in life and other pursuits while in high school, applying for university, at home, at school, and with friends and family begins as soon as a student is enrolled at Grand Rapids Christian Schools. This is the Quest Center, our school's newer and main gym. We use this space occasionally for school gatherings, but mostly for sports classes, basketball and volleyball practices, and games. As you may know, sports play a large role in the high school experience of most students in the United States. At Grand Rapids Christian High Schools, about 65% of our students participate in at least one sport during the school year. And even if your student isn't on a team, they will probably want to come watch games and participate in school spirit activities and fun. This weight room is used a lot by our athletes, but is also open for any student to use before or after school or during a sports class focusing on safe weightlifting. Each of our core subjects has several teachers and classrooms. These rooms are generally clustered together around a common area, which provides more space for students to work and collaborate on projects and discussions. As you can see here in one of our history and government classrooms, desk arrangements in our rooms are flexible and can be configured individually or in groups, depending on the method of teaching or the plan for the day. Each student at Grand Rapids Christian has a school-issued MacBook Air, and teachers and students can project their screens on one of 4 projectors in each classroom. Our rooms are deliberately designed not to have a front or be completely teacher-focused. We're proud to have excellent teachers who are knowledgeable, caring, and who foster creative, collaborative learning. While students are allowed to have their cell phones in school, they are not to have them during class time, and these holders are for their phones. We're walking now to our prayer wall. It's modeled on the Wailing Wall in Jerusalem and provides a space for students and faculty to place their concerns or prayers. Next to the prayer wall is the International Student Program Office. There are 2 full-time faculty in the International Student Program who care about the well-being of every student and are easily accessible for students, parents, and teachers as we support each student from the start to the finish of their time at Grand Rapids Christian. Every year we have between 35 and 40 international students from a variety of countries. These students are typically here for between 1 to 5 years and live with American host families while studying at Grand Rapids Christian. These families are recruited and trained and supported by Grand Rapids Christian. And because we maintain close relationships with our host families, we're able to partner with them and are sending parents to help every student be healthy and successful in all areas of life. Not only does every international student enroll in English Lab their first year, but they also have several hours of one-on-one tutoring after school every week. This is an important part of cultural adjustment and academic success, as well as providing a space for friendships to develop. Tutoring can and often does continue as needed throughout the high school years. At Grand Rapids Christian, we believe that high school is a time to explore and participate in activities in preparation for future success in relationships, studies, service, and careers. In 9th and 10th grade, all students are encouraged in a number of ways to consider these questions. Who am I? What do I care about? What am I good at? In 10th grade and 11th, this thought process and exploration continues as students participate in extracurricular activities and are part of career conversations. During both 10th and 11th grade, students are preparing for their ACT or SAT and perhaps also the TOEFL. When we consider university options, we spend time talking about fit and helping students consider which universities they should consider applying to. This coaching is included in tuition and fees and is personalized for each student. We are now in our Learning Commons. It is part library, part study area, part help desk for technology support, and also houses our innovation lab and green screen room. As you heard at the beginning of this tour, Grand Rapids Christian Schools is 100 years old. We are about to walk down a hallway lined with pictures showing various activities and students and faculty from our long history. Outside, you can see our school greenhouse used by our science classes and also our Eco Club. There are dozens of student clubs covering a wide variety of interests and activities, and almost all students participate in at least one or more each year of high school. This is one of our larger multi-purpose meeting rooms called the Garage. It is a place for university admissions visits, parent meetings, or student group meetings, and this is our snack shop where students can purchase food and snacks before school or during morning break. You are now seeing our STEM Commons and walking into one of our 6 science rooms. All students take a science course each year, but there are plenty more for students who are interested in science or are considering further studies in science or health fields. One of our very popular clubs is Science Olympiad, a club in which Grand Rapids Christian students compete with students from other schools in a variety of events. In addition to offering 4 world languages, 16 AP courses, internships, and dual enrollment opportunities, Grand Rapids Christian Schools has a strong fine arts program. Here you are seeing our 2 art rooms. Art courses are offered for every skill level and interest, including digital media and design, video production, drawing, painting, printmaking, ceramics, and advanced art studies. Next, you will see our computer lab, used for classes like graphic design and architecture, and our wood shop and tech room, which is used to teach safe and creative building and design skills. Another way in which students can explore and expand their interests while at Grand Rapids Christian Schools is through our Winterim program. This 2-week hands-on learning experience in January between our 2 18-week semesters is a time designated for students to take new and interesting courses offered by our teachers and outside instructors, travel domestically or internationally with Grand Rapids Christian teachers, or participate in a 10-day off-site career internship. Our band, orchestra, and choir rooms, props, and set workshop, practice rooms, and 2 performance spaces are all located in our Center for Arts and Worship. Students can take acting and production classes, and they put on 3 theatrical productions each year. These and a number of music concerts are held in either our small theater or in our large auditorium. Each International Student Program student begins their education journey at Grand Rapids Christian Schools with a camp and orientation experience prior to the start of school. In mid-August, classes begin. Students take 8 courses each semester, and all supports and activities provided for domestic students are also available for our international students. One important and beloved course all international students take their first year is called English Lab. This course provides a type of home base and introduces international students to the American culture and education system and helps refine English skills. In class, many great discussions take place about culture, holidays, school events, and what students did over the weekend and how this compares to their lives back home. This main auditorium seats 1,200 people and is also the place we gather twice a week for our school-wide chapels and community time. Our international students begin their time at Grand Rapids Christian far from home. It is our goal that they soon find they're part of a second family and an important member of our school community. Finally, our gym. Sports classes and practices are held here. Tables are set up at lunchtime so that students also use this space for lunch. Our cafeteria serves a variety of hot lunch, sandwiches, and salads every day. This daily lunch is included in each student's tuition. As we end our tour back in Town Square, notice on the banners our core values: rooted in Christ, united with church and home, connected through relationships, called to serve, educated for life. As you might imagine from all you have seen and heard while on this tour, we believe that high school should be a time of exploration and preparation. We invite you to consider joining the Grand Rapids Christian School community on our journey of learning. Thanks for joining me on this tour.